Hey everybody, it's Uber Dante, and I'd like to show you my latest puzzle, and this is called Lost in Spaceship. Lost in Spaceship, and it's a kind of storytelling puzzle slash fidget toy on two cards. So this is the puzzle here. These are it comes with these two other cards that have like different missions for you to do. Um, and take a look at this card. Um, Basically, it's supposed to represent a kind of modular spaceship that can kind of move around. So I had in mind when I made this game a game called Mechanical Beast by Ben Maraita, and in that game you're kind of in this, I don't know what it is, but you're moving around these different rooms, and then it's got different controls. You can kind of slide and you can kind of rotate. So that was kind of in the back of my mind when I was making this. And you're basically in this spaceship, and each one of these is a kind of different room, and there's some kind of different object or creature or person, or it could be like an event or something that's happening in each one of these rooms. And you're going to kind of travel around and either have a kind of mission, or you can just kind of wander around and create a story as you're going around. So you always start with one card on top of the other, and it never changes. You don't flip the cards or move the cards or anything. So there's some different setups. So like this would be one, putting this would be like a kind of different puzzle, flipping it like that. There's a bunch of different setups that you can do. And in the puzzles, you're going to be moving around to different rooms. So you might be avoiding rooms. You might be, trying to get things in a certain order or something like that. And to move from a room, so basically, if you whatever card you have on top, you're going to look at. You can go through these whatever's on the outside. So the green doors are available to you, and what you want to do is kind of line up. So let's say we're here in this room with this werewolf or whatever, and you can kind of slide this up to a room on the bottom card, and that will let you pass from this room into here. They have the same symbol and same color. And then when you're here, now you could move. You can move out this door. You can move, if there was another X, which there's not, you could move out from here to another room or something like that. So I could go from that room into this room. And so one kind of simple way to, and then, if you have it flipped, then again you're looking at just what's on the outside. So then you're looking at the orange. You're kind of matching up orange, so matched up here. You can't do like this where they're not overlapping. These colors don't match. So the cards always have to overlap, but otherwise you can go, like you can travel to any room as long as the symbols match up. So some simple ways of playing is you can just do kind of like a storytelling thing where maybe you pick a character and here you are, or you're just yourself, and you start off in some room, and then you just move to the next room. So let's say you start your story and like you wake up in a strange room and there's like a gun here, and you wonder where you are, and you grab the gun and then you go out of the room, and you're in some strange laboratory where you see some, they're creating some kind of thing or whatever, and you can kind of just tell the story, and right, and then you go into the next room, someone's there, and maybe they're kind of explaining where you are, what's happening, and do you believe this person or not, kind of thing, and you can go around and kind of create your own story using the different elements that are on the card. So that's one way to play. Another way to play is to just kind of look at the elements first and then kind of decide, like, okay, I'm going to be this astronaut, and I need to get these batteries and put them in the controller so that I can go into this space pod and control and go out somewhere. And so that's like a puzzle. So then you're going to start here and try to figure out, okay, how do I get to these batteries? So right, she has this one door, right? So we could go in here. You could also do something like, oh, you're not allowed to see any monsters on your way or something like that. But you can kind of go in here and you're trying to get to the batteries. And so you're in this room. Is that going to help me? Yeah, I can go down here. Oh, there's some weird creature, but I'm just going to avoid that and go into this room. And then from this room, I can finally get what I wanted, which is those batteries. And that's only the first step. Then I have to get over here, whatever. So it's, I don't know if you would, I mean, it's kind of a maze, it's kind of a puzzle. It's kind of just like a fidget toy you can play around. And so you can, basically you should be able to get from one room to every other room, no matter what your setup is. So you can feel free to kind of come up with your own scenarios. But I also have some scenarios kind of built in. So currently I've got these two cards. You can start off as this character, the captain of the ship or something, and then, or this robot dog, or you could be like in Space Kraken or something, like attacking the spaceship. And so they have these different, each one has a different mission. So now I have another person. I haven't made it yet, but by the time I share it, there should be another one. So you can use these. So, for example, if we look at this card, the arrow means you should do this first and then that. So with this, and sorry, it has these gears, and this tells you what the setup is. So each card has different gear on different sides. So you just have to match whatever's showing here. And this one is on the top. So put that one on the top. And then this one is on the bottom, so that goes on the bottom. So this would be the setup for this one. Does that make sense? And then so you're going to always, for this card, you're always going to start here. She's going to be your starting point. And then for this one, all you have to do is grab the book and go to the window. So obviously this is wrong. It should be this side. I have to change that. Yeah, you're going to try to get, your first step is to be here, and then next step is to go here. So for this one, there's no arrow between these, so it doesn't really matter what order you do it. You just need to get the batteries and the controller and get to the pod. That was the one I just said. And you can, there's no words here, but you can kind of like imagine what's happening here. So the spaceship is under attack by these aliens. It's on fire or something. So you need to grab the gun and take care of these while also avoiding the fire. Right? Or like this story is, you need to go into the fire, rescue these people, and then, I don't know, switch off that section, press the kill switch or whatever switch it is, and then also avoid this alien, and so on. So this one, you're actually attacking like a different, it's kind of hard to see. You're invading another spaceship. come on, get into focus. I guess that's the best I can do. So you're invading this person's spaceship, and you have to get this gun and take out these aliens, and they've got like Walt Disney's brain or something like that on their ship, so you gotta like grab it and then get into the escape pod and take off without encountering the creatures that run that ship. So the backside, we've got the space kraken, and they have to do like various things. Like here, they're just going through the food chain like higher and higher. So they start with some cans, and then they eat the brain, and then they eat whatever this creature is, and then they're getting bigger and bigger and just taking out the higher forms of life there. So there's different ones you can kind of make up a story for, and maybe so maybe we can do. Maybe we'll do one real quick. So why don't we do? Okay, we can do this little doggy one, robot doggy, and this one you have to get the book and bring it to the first astronaut, and then also go to the second one, all while avoiding all these three things: fire, gun, and the alien. So let's see, where set up like this. I believe that's right. Yep. Okay, and I'm going to start off as doggy here. So how to get to this book? I have to avoid the gun, though, it said, right? Okay, so to avoid the gun. Is that even possible? Yes, okay. So I have this symbol down here. So I can go there. And then from here, I also have to avoid the fire. Wait, this is going to be tricky. So where can I go from there then? Oh, so I'm in this room. I can go in here. Okay, I'm supposed to get the book first though, so let's see. That doesn't help me yet. I need to get to this and go here, and then I can slide down and get the book. And I already met this guy, so I know how to get back. So let's go into this room. Oh, no, I'm supposed to go to the female first. So this is why it's called Lost in Spaceship, because you're going to get lost going around. Okay, so I got the book, and then I can give it to her, and then I have to go back. So we'll just circle back like that, and then something like that. So I avoided all the things I needed to avoid and solve a puzzle. So it's just a kind of fun, silly puzzle. But if you want to give it a try, I'd love to hear what you think. And thanks for watching.